here today because I'm going to be making pumpkin cupcakes. So my husband is coming home from out of town, and these are one of his favorite desserts, so I'm just going to go ahead and make it. And as you can see here, I've already made a batch. So now I'm making a second batch to show you. So my ingredients right from left is Betty Crocker Super Moist Yellow Cake Mix, pumpkin from Libby's in a can, Betty Crocker cream cheese frosting, 4 eggs, pumpkin pie spice, vegetable oil, and some water. So let's get started. I'm going to grab my bowl, mixing bowl, and then also the recipe calls for the cupcakes to be baked at 350. So I'm going to start my oven, get that started. I'm going to fill my cupcake pan with my cupcake liners, and I have a couple cute designs. As you can see here, I used my pumpkin ones, very cute. And so on the second batch, I'm going to use my other Halloween ones that are RIP, rest in peace, with some fancy nasty spider on it. I don't care for the taste of pumpkins myself, but I love pumpkin seeds, and I like to carve pumpkins, and I'm sure I'll like this dessert if I give myself a chance. Alright, I didn't grease them. Just go ahead and start with the rest of your ingredients. So the first thing I'm going to start with is the cake mix. I'm just going to take it out. Let me grab my scissors. It never fails. Every time I try to open something without scissors, I make much bigger of a mess. So let's just keep it nice and clean. And then I'm going to add my eggs, which are 4 regular large eggs. And these have been sitting out at room temperature, which I believe is preferable. You can choose to do it any way you would like, but I think it mixes better when it's all just at room temperature. Next, I'm going to add my pumpkin, which I need 1 cup. Ooh, pumpkin! See what happens when I get fancy? I show off. And I drop a big glob. It's not like you can't use that. I still will. Then scrape the last of this. As you can see, I already used some of it for the last batch of cupcakes. My waste pumpkin. Wasn't it like a few years ago when pumpkin had like a, I don't know, a shortage? Crazy. And then the next item that we'll need is some olive oil. We need 1/3 of a cup. 1/3 cup. Then we need 1/2 cup of water. That'll go in next. Perfect. And last but not least is our pumpkin pie spice. We need 1½ teaspoon. And I love the smell of pumpkin pie spice. What is all in pumpkin pie spice? I will tell you. cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, allspice, and sulfiting agents. Good stuff, people. All right, now I will show you what this all looks like together. Lovely, yummy. So now we're gonna mix. So the directions on the recipe that I'm following is from BettyCrocker.com, and it says that for the first 30 seconds or so, they want you to mix the batter on a low speed. That way, none of that cake batter just flies up in your face. Nobody likes that. So, it looks like it's pretty evenly mixed at this point. I'm going to go ahead and scrape the sides and then get going and beat it a little bit faster for about 2 more minutes. Okay, it looks like it's pretty well mixed. Just wipe off the excess from the beater. Then, I had heard somewhere, online probably, that the best way to fill up all of your cupcake pans evenly is with an ice cream scoop. So, that's what I have. I'm going to go ahead and fill these up. About 2/3, half to 2/3 of the way. Just kind of depends on how big you want your cupcakes. Then I'm going to put them in the oven. And I'm going to set my timer for 19 minutes. And we'll be right back when they're done. Okay. So while those cupcakes are in the oven, I figured I just would follow up and show you how I'm going to frost these cupcakes, the ones that I've already completed. So this is the cream cheese flavored of the Betty Crocker Rich and Creamy. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all of this frosting into this piping bag. This is a Wilton piping bag. And I'm going to go ahead and just cut off the end and get this fitted. The tip that I'm going to use is a Wilton 21 tip, so it's just a nice little star tip. You probably can't see it very well, but it'll just kind of make it look a little more fancier versus just plopping it out onto the cupcakes. So I'm going to go ahead and get that fitted. I'm going to put the plastic adapter piece inside the bag so that I go ahead and measure it appropriately. Then I take my scissors and I cut right down to that very first nozzle piece. And I cut this piece off. Then I go ahead and I put my tip on the top and I screw everything in place with the screw, with the little nut thing. So there is my bag. Now I'm going to go ahead and roll it down and I'm going to fill it. My favorite part. I love frosting. Who doesn't love frosting? You gotta be living in a rock. Under a rock or in a cave. Let me go ahead and use just another spatula here. And it's not going to be anything fancy, but when I'm done with all of this, I'm going to go ahead and finish it off by sprinkling a little bit of cinnamon on each one. Just gives it a special little kick. Very tasty. I'm sure, for people who like it. Now, normally I would try to make my own frosting, and I say try because I haven't quite mastered a frosting that I like a buttercream frosting or something that I'm in love with. Sometimes they're just too buttery, other times I just maybe too sugary. I haven't found one that I like the best yet. So then I just push it all down to the tip. Then I twist. And I'm ready to go. Do a little tester. Good. And then I'm gonna just start. I'm gonna go nice and wide in a big circle. Nice big round circle. A little tip on the top. Some people in my family, like my son, don't care for a lot of the frosting. He would just be happy with a cupcake naked. One cake box makes approximately 24 regular size cupcakes. Woo, big air bubble. Coming to the end, you're probably gonna have a lot of air bubbles, but see what you can finish. Perfect! Missing one more thing. Cinnamon. Sometimes you just gotta do whatever works. Light hand. All right, that's it. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial and my fun time making pumpkin cupcakes. And I know my husband's gonna love them. Thanks for watching.